My name's Greg Harrelson, and I'm from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the East Coast. What I've really learned is when I come from a place to serve others, abundance flows my way and flows in the way of others that are around me. And when I come from a place of serving myself, it seems like it's very limited. The deals are a lot smaller, and they're just got a lot of hassle in it. There was this one lady in my town who owns a 70-acre tract of land, and it's in the city limits. It's probably the largest tract of land left in the city limits. So every, what I would call big honcho, big company, big developer, big attorney, the city itself has been trying to get their hands on this land for years. And I just happened to know that one of the sons of the lady that owns the property, and he is telling me, gosh, I'd love to develop this land. We should develop this land. He knows that I'm in development. And I said, well, I'd love to talk to your mother. And at that time, he says, well, you know, my mom just won't want to sell it. And so I had a meeting with this lady, and she went in to describe a little bit of that. And as I was sitting there, by the way, I did not prepare for this meeting, no more than I'm just going to see if I can help this family. That was my preparation. There was no scripts. There was nothing premeditated. I just came from that place. And in the conversation with her, she did tell me, yeah, you know, I don't want them to blow the money, and I've worked too hard, too much blood, sweat, and tears. And I looked at her and I said, gosh, you know, I can understand that. And obviously I can help you when it comes to when you receive the money. I can help you and guide you and how you can drip the money on your family so it's not like they getting it in a lump sum. So I just want to let you know, be at peace, that we can actually control that. But I said, let's talk a little bit more. What are you really looking to accomplish? And a statement came out of her mouth. She says, I can never imagine myself being alive seeing somebody else on my land. And what I heard is she could never see herself without that land. So out of my mouth, and I say out of my mouth because I really believe I experienced something here where this was not me talking. This was something, a source talking through me. In other words, I feel like I was an observer to a conversation, and the conversation went like this. She says, well, you know, I said to her, I said, how about this? How about we take the 24 acres on the corner, let's spin off about 3 or 4 acres, let's donate it to the city, dedicate it as a city park. It'll be a park that would be dedicated to them in honor of your family. So that way, Mrs. Owens, forever and ever, even when you're not even on this planet anymore, once you pass away, you'll still have your feet in this dirt forever. No one ever can take that away. I said, in 50 years from now, your grandchildren will be coming to this park, pushing their grandchildren on these swings, telling them about all the blood, sweat, and tears that your family put on this property. And there was silence in the room. Her head went down, her head went up, and she said, yes, let's do it. And that's it. 45 minutes later, well, a few minutes later after the meeting, I called my wife, and my wife couldn't believe it, and she's crying, and I started tearing up myself, crying myself, because I just was overwhelmed by the energy that I was experiencing at the moment. And then about 45 minutes later, I got a call from one of the sons, and in my voicemail, he says, I don't know what just happened there, but that was a miracle. When I came from a place of serving her, abundance flowed. And that wasn't just abundance for me. Believe me, there's a lot of abundance that's serving me in this transaction, but it's going to go way beyond. I can still feel the grandchildren that I'll never see on those swings. They're going to hear the blood, sweat, and tear story right on that land.
Beautiful. And specifically, what would you net out of this particular transaction?
That transaction is probably worth about $10 million
Right.
right there.